Thanks to Warner Brothers for sponsoring this video. Beep beep, kids! How's it going, everybody? Welcome to FoundFlix. Can you believe we're less than a week away from the release of It Chapter 2? I know, the spooky season is already upon us, and it's kicking off with the biggest horror movie of the year. Feels like forever since Chapter 1 released back in 2017 and took the box office by storm. And I've been waiting impatiently for Chapter 2 to see the Losers Club big final battle, as now it's time for them to finish what they started as kids and destroy it once and for all. Now, of course, I've already got my tickets, bought them as soon as they went on sale, but if you haven't gotten yours yet, make sure to round up your own Losers Club and get your tickets now at the link down in the description below. And don't forget my favorite part, the popcorn.
Because they pop.
Pop, 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 pop. Now, we all know that the Losers Club are the heart and soul of the It story, and even more importantly, we know that losers have to stick together. That was what the younger losers learned the hard way back in the summer of 1989. It's only by sticking together and looking out for each other that they were able to triumph over the evil sewer-dwelling Pennywise the Dancing Clown, along with facing their own respective issues and fears. Each had their own bully problems at school, mostly at the hands of the awful Henry Bowers and his group of goons, along with most of their parents also being a source of conflict as well.
You know what these are? They're gazebos!
It was by chance that a group of outcast teens banded together to create a club that's bigger than themselves, first working as a team to take down Henry in the Great Rock War of '89. Alone, Henry was always in control, but together they are stronger, proving the power they have as a whole. This also importantly ties into the villainous Pennywise. This evil entity feeds on his victims' fears, creating horrific visions like blood shooting out of sinks or shapeshifting into many forms like the leper to exploit their fears. Luckily for the losers, they put their differences aside when member Beverly is taken by it, descending into his sewer lair and confronting him together. It again tries to prey on their fears, but thanks to their friendship, they are able to tackle their issues, no longer being afraid of it, which causes Pennywise to become depowered enough for his face to turn to dust and topple down deep into the sewer pipes in defeat. In the end, it appears that he has been destroyed, but just in case, the Losers Club take a blood oath with each other, swearing to reunite if it ever returns again. And you cannot back out on a blood oath. And even by the conclusion of It Chapter 1 in September, a few months after their climactic encounter, they already find themselves forgetting the specifics of what happened back in the sewer. Which brings us to 27 years later. As we know, Pennywise has a feeding cycle of every 27 years, and it appears that the villainous clown has returned to once again terrorize the small town of Derry, Maine. The Losers Club is now all grown up, with the memories of their childhood and facing Pennywise buried deep in the recesses of their minds. Yet one member never left Derry, Mike. And once children start showing up missing again, he puts out a call to the scattered crew to reunite them, forcing them back to Derry to again come to face their deepest fears, as well as drudge up the memories that have been long dormant. Because in order to try and stop Pennywise for good, as we know, they're going to need each other. It's not going to be easy though, as the members' past come to the surface, and they remember just how permanently they were affected by their childhood experiences. Like Bill feeling guilt and responsibility over his brother Georgie, who was killed by Pennywise, Stanley, who was utterly traumatized by the painting lady attack in the sewer, and Beverly, who found herself trapped by its deadlights, most likely still feeling a lingering connection to him now, setting into motion individual character journeys that put the Losers Club back in the path of Pennywise, who is more formidable and dangerous than ever. There's a lot that I'm excited about in It Chapter 2, but it is hard to top the amazing cast that has been assembled for the adult Losers Club, led by James McAvoy as Bill, who is consistently brilliant in every movie he's in. Fan favorite casting choice Jessica Chastain as Beverly. I mean, seriously perfect casting. And my main man, Bill Hader as Richie, who I am a huge fan of. From what I've heard, he absolutely kills it in the movie. It's really cool because we already kind of know these characters after part 1, that really took its time to establish who they are and what makes them tick, as well as what they fear. So it's exciting to see the new grown-up versions to kind of have a jumping off point with the already well-established characters, presenting them in new and different ways after nearly 30 years away from each other, along with also still having the original kids cast involved to provide integral flashbacks to the 80s, similar to the original back and forth structure of the book, that will no doubt provide new insight to the past as well as the present. But of course, we can't forget the incomparable Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise, and based on the final trailer, it looks like there's going to be a ton of new terrifying yet also quite bizarre spooks to behold. That funhouse sequence looks absolutely haunting, but there's also that moment of Pennywise floating through the air with a big pile of balloons, friends, as Richie watches in disbelief down below, which is perfect in a totally different way. It also looks to really build on the kind of tone and style that were established in the first movie and really evolve it into its next level, graduating the scares to a more mature level, just like the adult losers themselves. Sorry to interrupt myself, but this is a friendly reminder that this video is sponsored by Warner Brothers. So I'm way excited, but there have already been some early screenings and the reactions have gotten me even more hyped. But how does the new adult cast stack up? Excellent, as expected it sounds. And that has a hugely positive impact on the movie, as it really is all about the losers. But as I said, it appears Bill Hader is an absolute standout amongst the stacked cast. I'm also really interested in seeing how they adapt the big moments from the book, and what they will ultimately change from the original. What I still hope we'll get to see in some form is its origin, including him first crashing to Earth as a meteor, and kind of going more into the backstory of it and how long he's been around. I guess we'll just have to wait until Friday to see for ourselves. But I, for one, can't wait to witness the final showdown between the Losers Club and it. And if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, don't forget we made a blood oath if it ever came back, and you cannot back out on a blood oath. Hashtag losers stick together. So make sure to round up your own Losers Club and grab tickets down in the link below to see the end of it. Again, thank you to Warner Brothers for sponsoring this video, and stay tuned for my review of It Chapter 2 coming very soon. Thanks everybody for watching Found Flicks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. See you next time. I'll be here practicing my signature Pennywise dance routine until Friday. Something like that. It's hard to do when you're sitting down. This is pretty good, right? Got it.